Chase Lehocky with the Blue Futon here, and out of the Netflix where we have a movie called Day Shift. Should you be on the day shift or should you be on the night shift? Are there really vampires in LA? Probably. Let's be honest. So Day Shift, what's about? It's a very similar premise actually. Vampires are trying to be more predominant in the world, and they're trying to do it in LA. But now you have Snoop Dogg, you have Dave Franco, and you have Jamie Foxx that are trying to kill all the vampires in LA. Will they succeed? Did I like this movie? I thought it was a fun romp of a movie where they take like the John Wick premise, the Nobody premise, and they put a little bit of a fantasy vampire element to it. And even though there are some cheesiness to it, I think it's an overall fun experience. So with that, I will give negatives of the movie first. So for me, the three main problems of this movie are the story, the villain, and the ending. So we will go with that. The story is pretty formulaic. You know what's going to happen from point A to point B to point C. When you're talking about three parts of the movie, you know exactly where it's going to go, who's going to get kidnapped, who's going to get turned, who's going to become the bad guy, who's become the good guy, and everything through that arc of the story. Nothing new to it, but fight's pretty good. Also, when talking about the main villain, super weak for the reasoning why. Yes, you understand why this person is mad and they want to get back at Bud, who is Jamie Foxx's character, but the back story of the villain, of what they're trying to do with this neighborhood, I think it was just there, if you want to put it that way, that it just made no sense, as well as they needed to flesh it out a little bit more because they only focus on this one house in the neighborhood, as well as this Russian character Sasha, and you're just like, you need to give me more, but they don't. It's very just cookie cutter background information. You're just like, yeah, you're a villain, but you don't give off any vibes of why I should be like, oh my god, I'm terrified of you. And finally, the ending. Let's just say someone sacrifices themselves in this movie, or you think they do, and then they come out of a man ditch or a manhole, wherever you want to call it. I know it's called in different parts of the world, different, the sewer drainage you see on the streets. Someone pops out of it, and you're just like, that doesn't make any sense. And what they say about LA, like, man, I love LA because of vampires. You're like, is this supposed to be a love letter to LA, which is one of the dirtiest cities on the planet? Okay, that's a lie. But in the United States, like, I've been to LA multiple times. So anyway, the good about this movie is the action, the gore, the acting, the chemistry, and everything in between this hour and 40-something minute movie. The chemistry between Jamie Foxx and the daughter works extremely well. Jamie Foxx and the mother, extremely well. Jamie Foxx and Dave Franco, extremely well. Like, Jamie Foxx's chemistry with every single character involved is perfect to a T. The comedy, when it's supposed to be there, works extremely well with Dave Franco. He plays a great wuss. I mean, throughout the movie, you're just like, damn, you could see his transition from the beginning to the end of the movie, and he does a fantastic job. And this is kind of a fun, silly script. You don't have to give it your all. But I think Jamie Foxx and Dave Franco really did give it their all when talking about this movie. The gore, the action is top notch in this movie. I do enjoy the close quarters combat in this movie. What I mean by that is a lot of action set pieces nowadays are outside and they try to do the wides and everything, so they're trying to show it. But here, there are a lot of inside the house, inside the mall shots where even though you're in close quarter combat, you actually see what is going on. And that's a huge plus in my opinion, because there's not a lot of cut jump edits. It is Jamie Foxx doing something or a stunt double, as well as Dave Franco doing something or their stunt double, and all these vampires just coming out of the house. So I think that's extremely fun, an extremely well-directed movie, and extremely great fight choreography in this movie. But overall, Day Shift is a silly, fun vampire movie that anyone could enjoy, in my opinion. It's stupid fun, great action, great chemistry with all the characters, great fight choreography. The negative to me, it's a very formulaic movie, villain very weak, and the ending love letter to LA was kind of just like, oh well. So Day Shift will receive a 3.5 out of 5 with Futons, which equals at 70%. So see the critics' news scores gave this one. So you have the critics a 56% with 68 of them. Audience score is 68% with over 100. Here's critic consensus. game starts and an appealingly goofy premise aren't enough to make up for Dave Schiff's uninspired action comedy hijinks. Game stars. What does that mean, game stars? Maybe I'm just an idiot. Anyway, 70, 68, 56. Chase Sack with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Well, I'm the only thing that's Booftopia. You Booftonians, thank you for watching. Have a great day. Yeah, I mean, to me, this is a win in Netflix's book, in my opinion. Compared to their other filmography, like, people love The Old Guard. I don't know how you could like The Old Guard. I think that's a trash movie. I'd watch this one over that any day of the week.